Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a new foundation that Becca recently released. I believe they had a big launch party down in LA, I'm going to assume, or some other exotic location. But anyways, it's this foundation right here. It's supposed to be a weightless blur foundation that is infused with Glow Nectar Brightening Complex. So inside of this foundation, you are going to find some vitamin C, cold pressed avocado, and melon blend oils, I'm assuming, and bitter ginger. It is a little bit hard to read what's on the back of the box because of the reflective packaging, but I will do my best for you. It says that you are going to love the skin that you're in with this foundation. It is a breathable, medium coverage liquid foundation with a buildable finish that enhances the natural beauty of your skin. It's enriched with Becca's Glow Nectar Brightening Complex, vitamin C, bitter ginger, and cold pressed avocado and melon blend. The weightless formula boosts radiance and maintains skin's natural moisture levels for all day comfortable wear. There are also pore blurring pigments which hug every curve and contour of your complexion to instantly diffuse the appearance of imperfections for an effortless second skin effect. And that is really what caught my attention. Not the fact that it isn't a mattifying foundation, because you guys know those are typically the foundations that I go for, but because this is going to blur out all of my pores and imperfections. If you're interested in finding out what I think of this foundation, make sure you keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. It's free to subscribe. Just hit the button. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I was in Sephora the other day and of course I'm wandering around all of the gondolas looking for new products, and this one really caught my attention. I did pick up mine in the shade Shell. This does contain 1.23 fluid ounces or 35 milliliters of product, and I'm gonna crack open the box like so, and it actually looks exactly like the CC cream from It Cosmetics. It's the same type of squeezy tube, but it's got a pump on the bottom, which I'm always a fan of. I have moisturized and primed my skin, so I am ready to go. For primers, I did use my CoverGirl Pore Minimizing Primer. I feel like we should just give this a bit of an extra boost, you know what I'm saying? But I also combined it with my L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer because I do want more of a matte finish, even though this here says it has a naturally setting natural finish, if that makes any sense. So basically a natural finish and it sets by itself. So taking off my glasses, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer and we are going to apply this using my beauty blender. I am now going to take a little bit of this foundation onto the back of my hand. There it is right there. I did pick up a shade that said it had neutral undertones to it for light complexions, and that is exactly what my skin is. So, dabbing into the foundation, I'm going to start putting it on. I hope this blends out a little bit more because it is quite fair actually. Shoot, now I'm wondering if I should have gone with something that was a little bit darker. The foundation has a very beach-like scent to it. It smells like, I don't know, like suntan lotion to me. The foundation is finally on, and I feel like it actually took me a little bit of time to blend it all out. It wasn't blending on its own like some of my Holy Grail foundations. So that's the one thing I didn't like about this. I had to work a lot with the product in order to get the effect that I really wanted. And the other thing I noticed is that it is just sitting inside of my pores. I don't notice it really blending anything out, and it's kind of clinging to some of my dry patches, and I have oily skin, so that's a little bit concerning to me. I don't know if this is translating perfectly on camera, but you can maybe see how it's kind of just sitting in my pores, especially in this area here. It doesn't look so bad on my forehead, which doesn't really have a lot of texture to it. It's quite flat. But in all other areas of my face, I really don't like the way it's sitting. I'm hoping that once the day progresses and some of my natural oils start to come through, that this foundation is just going to settle a bit better. So I'm not going to prejudge it, but As of right now, my thoughts are I don't like it. Also, I guess I am a little bit tanned right now, so I don't know if you guys can see my body to my face. Like, let me stand up a little bit. My body to my face does have a bit of a different color to it, so it's not ideal, the color, but I am, oh God, I look like a ghost. But I am gonna try to make this work as best I can. I am gonna bronze the bejeebers out of my face. I am gonna finish the rest of my face off camera now. I'm going to add my concealer. I'm gonna powder down my face a little bit and bronze the bejeebers out of it so I can make it match to my skin a little bit more. But so far, this is kind of where we're at. The rest of my face is now on, and I thought I would do something a little more low-key for today, especially since I don't have that much going on. I will likely just be doing laundry, a quick grocery shop, and then just some general cleaning around the house. So that's why I look pretty basic today, although the lipstick takes me from basic to badass, I think, right? It took me about 45 minutes to create this look that you see on my face right now, so that means I've had the foundation on for about 45 minutes, and I am liking it a little bit more now that I've powdered it down and sort of smoothed everything out. Before, I was a little bit worried about the way that it was sitting in my pores, but after the powder and really setting everything, I'm feeling a lot better about it. And I guess now what we're gonna see is how well this wears throughout the day. To make sure that I am gonna stay nice and matte, I am gonna use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh my God. Guys, this just feels so good when it applies all over your face. It is like a fine mist that just settles onto everything. Hopefully this locks everything into place now, and I'm really hoping that I am gonna have a good foundation day today. With all of that being said, I'm gonna go about the rest of my day, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later on. Alright guys, this is the final check-in of the day. It is way past midnight right now. We're almost going into 1 a.m. and I've had this foundation on for almost 10 hours. I hate this foundation. I hate the way that it looks on my skin right now. I was right with my first impression of it being that it just sticks into all of your pores on your face. It enhances them and just looks like a righteous mess. Now, I did put this foundation through the ringer. I was outside today, which was a scorcher, mind you. So it was very hot and humid. I know my natural oils came through. I'm probably pretty greasy right now because I haven't touched up at all. I wanted to make sure that I did that on camera. I also jumped in the pool and went swimming, so this is kind of the aftermath of all of that. And honestly, this just looks so bad. I'm even embarrassed to bring you in really close to show you, but I can't explain how bad it is unless you see it with your own eyes. And of course, this is just with my own skin. Maybe on others who might have somewhat better skin than I do, maybe less texture, less enlarged pores, they might fare a little bit better with this product. But for me, it did not look good. So let me zoom you in so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully this is going to translate on camera. I have brought you in pretty close here, at least as close as my DSLR is going to let me get. And I don't know if you guys can see exactly what's happening on my face here, but essentially the foundation is just sitting on top of my skin. Same on the other side. It's also clinging to all of my fine lines around my smile lines here. You can definitely see foundation just kind of sitting over there. On my nose, the foundation has completely, whoops, that's just my mirror. The foundation has completely faded. It's gone entirely. You can see all of my redness peeking through. It even looks, if I'm being honest, pretty bad on my forehead as well. And my forehead is usually one of the areas where foundation tends to look good no matter what it is, but it's just sitting on top of my skin as well. And if I just take my finger, you can see product coming off and shifting entirely, like all of the foundation that was on my forehead where my finger just kind of swiped across is now gone. My chin, everything has kind of faded over there as well, but what I really want you guys to see is just how this is sitting on top of my skin and enhancing all of my texture and pores. It just looks really, really bad, guys. I sincerely hope it's translating on camera. Pardon the really bad lipstick and the eyeshadow. It is a long day, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. I tried to zoom in just a little bit closer. Hopefully this gives you an even better idea of how bad this looks. You guys can probably just see it sitting on top of my skin, especially on my nose. You can definitely see how it just sits on my pores. My upper lip is looking awful. All of the foundation has kind of left the kind of corners of my nose over here. Yeah, it's just bad, right? Like, ugh, look at my chin. Everything just looks awful. I typically think that foundations like this can be pretty forgiving because they are sort of light to medium coverage, but this one here is not forgiving at all. It did my skin zero favors. I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation wear test. If you were to ask me, is this something worth purchasing? I would say no, especially if you have skin like mine, which is oily, large pores, redness, acneic. If you have any of the same skincare concerns that I do, I don't think this foundation is going to be for you. If you are able to get a sample from Sephora to try this out, I would highly recommend that. And then let me know your thoughts in the description box below, whether you had a much better experience with this foundation than I did, or maybe you share the same thoughts as me. And that's gonna do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me on all of my social media. I'm gonna link everything for you for your convenience in the description box below. I hope you are all having a magnificent day no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.